there. These feet off, so we're just going to take the feet off. You probably should air dry them off, but we're not too fussed here. What are those batteries? So there's two ones here. There is ones that are in the adrenaline's going to get the name right. Mod document when you buy the base, which is this one, is a 400 milliamp. And then there's these ones here, which I found exactly the same, just a different casing on them. I would have taken it apart, so I should know how to wire it. But these are the same. They're on Amazon or Aliexpress, these ones, but they're quite expensive and hard to get in the UK as well. We're done with that. We don't need the Model O. All we want for the Model O is the shell. We're going to take out the LED strips as well. Once we took the shell out, that's pretty much what we're going to use. Purely just going to be a Model O shell. You can take out the plastic bits as well if you want for the diffusers, but they just weaken the side slightly, which I've done on a weight reduction, but can do it if you want. Try not to rip this off this time. we go. Be careful of that rear port. I ripped that off last time, but you can just push it back in, but be careful when pulling them apart. You need these other USB connections as well. So what we need to do is we need the side buttons off the Model O. You do destroy 2 mice doing this. You could leave the Hawanu greens on it, right? If you wanted to, you could just leave these switches on. But we will change them for the 10mm ones. You don't have to change those. How are you not more popular on Twitch? Cheers, man. I don't know. I've been doing that long. Well, I have been streaming for 3 years, but I've been on YouTube for 6. But I've not always done mice. I used to do just gaming videos because I did it a bit of a laugh. I've got more into modding mice probably in the last year. Quite niche in it. You're gonna need a glue gun as well. I bought this as a project. A rat one. It'll be interesting. Might try and reduce the weight. I don't really know, but I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. But pretty cool. I used to have one. Let's get another one back. The keen eyes have you noticed? I've changed the nib. Bit of a thicker nib now. Little dots at the back here are the ones that we're just going to solder to. What I need to do is desolder the Logitech one here, these 3 ones. And put it onto here, and then we need to change the switches over. We might as well get these switches off. We're going to desolder these Chinese 10mm ones as well. There's a Logitech one. We don't need that. It's off the G305. That can now go in the bin. We want the Model O PCB. We're going to put these switches from the 305 basically onto the Model O PCB. That's what we're doing. Like I say, you could keep the Hawanu greens if you wanted. Canon, you let me down. Here's my finger. There'll be plenty of burns in this. Expect to burn yourself regularly. That's when you try to talk to people on stream. You forget what your fingers are.
Throw your cranes up.
This one's a little trickier to do. Wait, it's focused, look at that. Change. These hopefully just ping off now. Famous last words. There we go, finally. Oh man, that was a bit of a mish. There's always a mission with switches. Now we've got focus camera. Ah! A bit hotter than expected. And now we've got there. Come on. Just manually focus it, I think. Now we've got the G305 10mm Chinese switches on the Model O PCB. Right, now we have to look at these. This is the Logitech G305 cable here that was on the switches. We need to remap these on. So blue goes this way around. There's blue left, white middle, green on the right. You could extend these slightly as well if you wanted. How much you charge for a G Pro wireless with the Leaf forums installed? Just the switches. Switches are 25 quid. And the G Pro is $129.99, so plus postage. So I think it's like 15 to Europe and 20 to the US, 30 anywhere else. So go to our shop, mate, which is shop.beardedbob.com, and check it on there, mate. Price it all up for you. If you want to do this mod yourself, you can buy this base from Journalize. This is base off Etsy. Just put Model O in wireless and you'll find it. It looks like when it's done. Right, so now we get to do the main buttons. On this one we need one base, which we've got here. This is the 3D printed base. And then you have to print off these bits. You've got two hooks for the front and then two basically plates to sit your buttons on. That's right, yeah. So I glued them last time, but you hook them in here and then you can use the screw in the base, which is the hole there, just to push it out. And then you can pull them tighter. And that's one of the problems where we had an initial problem at the start, if you remember. Got like little plugs in the base here. You push these out. Anyway, we'll come back to that. I need to push those out. Skatez or Japanese on ROMs, mate. They're both very similar. I like both. I can't decide yet. I'm planning to do a video on all of them, which I've been trying to do for the last month, and compare them all. And if I'm honest, I'm hoping something of that comes out to help me decide, because they're both very good. We need the main left and right switches, which are these ones. We've got to desolder them from the PCB, and then we've got to put them through these little plates. These aren't as tricky now to put in, is it? Adrenalize, give me a little tweak. Or calibrate and print it differently anyway. I didn't expect the mod to be so sensitive to the thickness. What I hadn't anticipated. Base and how tight they were up against the jar. That's one of the problems we found. Okay, black one first, the front. I'm just going to do them on the side a bit lower down this time. I did them higher up last time, solder. Right, second switch. The left switch. So we're just going to try the buttons first before I continue, make sure they're good. Tools with 3D printed base, so you're careful screwing and unscrewing them, so. Right, now we get to do the charging port. This is the extender cable for the battery. Gonna need these. Then we need some more cable. I'm going to make them a bit longer this time. If you remember on the first attempt, they were a little bit shorter. Because when you try and wrap them in the case, they're going to be a little bit tight. Connect the other connection to it, that's good. Right, that one's on. Problem is, they get a little bit fragile. This goes into the back of the battery, so let me get my glue gun on a sec. There we go. Glue gun this puppy in. Get this secured with a bit of glue, and then we'll move on to the next piece. Now we end up with this. We're going to plug straight into the battery, basically. It's almost like a little extension cable, that's what it is. And ground is here on the right, and 5 volts on the left. Right, 5 volt on the left, which is my orange one. There we go. Probably not the tidiest job. I need a tighter bit. Maybe nearly done yet. Not far off, I don't think. Right, here's the battery. There's the battery unmodded. We have to mod the battery and then we have to solder some wires to it, don't we? Keep doing that. 8 grams modded, or the other one. Should be a similar weight. A bit heavier, 8.4. Now we've got this extension cable. See, we've glued it up to death and hold the points in place. Yeah, the other part we mod on, we forgot, is we have to use the older part of the 305, and that clips into the motherboard. This is the extension to the front PCB, and this is the extension from the battery into the PCB. So this one's going to go, it goes like that on the front, and then you can plug it into the charging port. This one goes into the back of the battery, like so, and then that goes into the PCB, that connection. Right. Let's do the battery mod next then. This is my last 400 milliamp, so I've got the spare one there that I picked off. By that with a voltmeter. I think I know which connections we need to use. We'll set the house on fire, which you'll see. My hands can barely hold this thing. You don't actually need that small screwdriver, it's just I thought I'd bring it out a bit funny. I have no idea what I got that from, probably a cracker. Now try and pull it out of the jacket again. Sure the last one was plain. Yep. Don't know why these ones like super glued into this jacket. Still gonna be a little bit heavy, this battery, let's have a play around. 5 volts is the spring, and the ground's the USB jacket. Right, this is a tricky part. You've got to solder this black cable to the USB casing, which is where we had problems last time. So I've just got to try and get a bit of solder on the side of the USB casing here. And then the red one goes to the spring. There we go, it's a little bit intricate, that one. Like so. Now I'm going to glue it again. Got to make sure you don't go at the front of the USB charging port, because well, then you'll be able to connect it. The housing on the USB probably a little bit, about 2 grams, something like that. We can get it off, some of them do ping off. This one just seems to be a bit tricky on these ones. You save a bit of weight. Right, let's try and piece it together then. One of the original fitting in things is to try and work out how you want to wire in the front USB port, and we just have to mock it up. See if it catches on the scroll wheel, for instance. When you apply pressure onto the PCB, you're going to rub probably a little bit, just catching the back of the glue on the PCB. There we go. There is a little crap on the PCB. Analyze to put in there. So probably a bit less glue, and you might be able to fit it in there nice and easily, but it should just go in this one, I think. Yeah. Okay, front charging ports on. Might go around the left side. Stop it wiggling, is that what you're saying? because then too much glue will set the height. Can you route them around the front scroll wheel? Yeah, you could do that. You could bring it around the front here, Ninja. What are you saying? Around here instead. With the lie flat, this should be okay. I need to just ping out these two screw pins on the bottom, which I forgot. I'm trying to stab myself in the finger or snap the base at the same time. There you go, like that. Yeah, last time we routed them under here, if you remember, and it lifted up the switch. So, try this way instead today. Yeah, you went down. You're on the side here, I guess. Let's try like a little bit flatter in there. That's like it's fine under there. So I put a little bit of glue on the corners to pin it, but it seems okay. Guess we'll find out. It's a bit I did last time. I didn't put it through the PCB first. Every time. We get that bit every time. They have to. They have to go through the PCB. Ah, right. Hang on. We could get this holding iron back on. Solder through the PCB, which I forget every time. Connect them back into the top. Probably done something not right here. Back into the PCB. Now we should be ready to screw it down, hopefully. I would normally put as many screws back in this, but because I don't want it to flex up the PCB, I'm going to. I've got to be careful putting too much glue at the front here on camera. That little blue notch which pushes against the USB. So you just got to be careful that you don't get too much on there, which is what John Lies was saying, because then you can't get the buttons down far enough. Be very careful when tightening these screws because they will strip very easily. A little bit tighter to the base this time than last time. Try the fit first. Make sure we're happy with the button. Got to chop out the front a little bit. You see that on the shell? You have to do that first. Feels okay. So now we can put in the these little hooks to print off. What I've done here is screw them so I can just feel them biting, and they hook into the front. I just put the front buttons there so you can see a bit easier when you're looking into the hooks when we try and hook it in. Now this has to go right the way back. We had a problem last time again, further with the fit, where the side buttons were hitting the front there. Alright, let's get some glue. Got a glue gun, and hopefully now we are very close. first mistake. I didn't plug in the extension cable. Make sure you do that before you glue it in. It's not easy trying to do it while it's inside the mouse now. You can put the switch in the bottom. Ooh! I have to take out the front PCB, which I didn't really want to do it. This is how you learn from my showing you here what you need to do before, well, catastrophic mistakes you shouldn't make. I need a screw. Whoa! There we go. Right, hopefully now we can piece this together. It should be it. Should be the final piece. There's a bit in this mod I do not like. It's this final bit. Getting his hooks over. Oof. We tried them before, they were fine. Trying them now. No bueno. Yes! Well, the buttons work. DPI is a little bit ropey, but I've not put the little DPI plate on it this time. We should see what it weighs actually, shouldn't we? Let's weigh it. Is a Z2. Ooh, 71.9. Right, let's go. Let me switch around my stream and we'll plug it in and see if it works. I need longer with it. Tomorrow night I'll play with it and we'll see. That's going to be the better time because tonight I've got like an hour. Well, after this match I'm going to go, but it doesn't. It takes me a bit of time to get used to what I'm doing. So basically I've been working all day. So you need more time than one round.
What's your fire? Take your aim.
We'll see. I got to try and remember this map. Everyone's just going to camp on this one.
Is ours. Keep pushing. Enemy at the back alley.
Oops. I've noticed my Jeep. I definitely need some new feet. So everyone's going to camp up now. His friends there. I don't think there is much. Maybe more range efficient. We'll have to do like deviations if there's any difference. That's the other thing, right? Sensors track differently, so different DPI. Even though this is 800, it might be slightly different to the other one, to my G Pro. definitely slow tonight. Ace form. Never know. I am a fan of this shape. It's almost a bit nicer than the Viper. Should have hipped him. I prefer this to the Razor Viper shape.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy at the restaurant. Command is ours. Maintain pressure.
Should probably bring my AR for this.
What you fired?
Where was he in?
Soldat, you have lost the lead. The lead is ours. Keep
Missed my shot then.
Enemy has the lead. Enemy at the restaurant.
So it works on, yeah, Rainbow. See, Rainbow's probably the one I've got more chance of working out on.
Enemy at the hotel.
Played more of that recently than I have a Call of Duty. Everyone camping up.
Allied UAV overhead.
G305 since I don't know, mate. Let me camp down this alley.
Enemy UAV overhead.
There comes his mate. Could have had 33. The 3360 is still, to me, one of the best sensors.
Enemy at the restaurant.
Oh my days, how do you not die then? Terrible shot.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Potatoed every shot.
Allied UAV overhead.
3366. Is that customized 3360? Is that actually a different sensor? I didn't hear. Oh, I might have to stand still for the next 20 minutes, please.
Enemy VTOL in
This is why I've gone off Call of Duty. Look, let's just turn into Camper Central. Choked ourselves out, my bad. Just because not the best of range either. It's always 2 on fucking 1 at the minute. Ugh. Let me stay in this building. They switched it to the hero. Is that what they did? God, it is annoying, brew kills. Everyone's just camping up, man. It's ridiculous. I've not played it for a while, right? But so I couldn't get that guy then. I was a bit low in his head. Right. It's not Call of Duty for me. Is a fast-paced one. I don't want to play slow-paced games on it. It's not why I play Call of Duty. Camp a bit more, right? Join the camping crowd. can't, I get bored. It feels decent enough, this, to be fair. Missed my shot then, though. All over the place. I like it just because you can. So I like it because you can just turn up on it and have a few rounds on it, but. They're holding hands. I think they are making this at the minute. Crazy. We come across anyone who's on their own. But I haven't played it for a while. And we got to warm up to the new mouse. We just tweaked. Can't see a damn thing. Darn VTOL playing every 2 seconds up. Oh. Not bad. Took me a while to get used to it, I think. I'll see what it's like tomorrow on R6 that I've played more.